destaque na semifinal. Vamos dar aí as boas-vindas a uma organização japonesa que nunca havia chegado no palco principal de um evento Tier S, CAG OSAKA.
Disciplined, dialed in, and desperate to rep NA in the grand final. Wildcard are ready to deal some more damage here in Rio.
Out and close it down. Spiker manages to find our Cully. 10 seconds left to go. Wildcard really in a tough spot, but they've managed to take down the shield. However, Chibisu is in a position to stop this, but he needs to go now. Spiker using the smoke canister. He gets him just in time. No! Absolute fractions of seconds we are talking about. And
trying to win the map instead of trying to win the team approach with banning the hard reaches and stuff. And the words have came out of my mouth.
That's what we call a cast.
You've now got the power of the cast curse, though, for you see.
Congratulations. Well, you are going to see CAG turn a 3 versus 2 down to a 1 versus 2. Dash finding 2 kills for himself. We were waxing lyrical about him earlier, Tim, that he's had a wonderful tournament so far. Almost being won out by Chibisu, but Dash again, ever the hero.
A great round here on the Bandit. He's just got so much value out of those batteries, and we now see 30 seconds left to go. Baby Shark trying to push in through Aqua. What happened when CAG tried to do that? They got cut down and stonewalled, and I think that's going to be the same that we see here, but no. Baby Shark manages to get a big kill onto Chibisu. 3 versus 3, 15 seconds left to go. Wildcard have to go now, and they understand that, and they start to move, they start to get kills, but ultimately, Cully stands up, but it's not enough.
When he's not playing, that's the way it's going.
Don't tell me.
Here we go. Flash plant, they're maneuvering out. And the plant's going now, they're inside window. They've even lost the player on the way through, but they've made it stick. 35 seconds, and the diffuser has gone down. At least one comes back, but we all know how tough it is to get a retake on here, Tim.
Yeah, very, very difficult now. Wildcard are just going to post themselves outside, but the keeper barricades could be big. They're not going for it yet. They're looking for the Nitro to come out. They're using a lot of utility here. That's a beautiful Nitro, but Kansan underneath manages to find his man, and Wildcard, even though questions are being answered, they've got the answers. They close out the round.
How did they
Completely catch them unaware.
3. I'm looking towards the Ying here is a big one. 2 Candelas in back pocket. No Warden on the other side once again, and only one smoke and a C4 left for CAG to work with, but that clock is really low now, Tim.
Yeah, Cyclops have done a really good job getting those couple of kills when they did, because it's forced Wildcard to have to switch things up, to have to rotate around. Blackray just takes the drop to the deck, finds his man, even though he's been hit by the Candela, and that breaks the back of the Wildcard attack. Chibisu manages to find the final kill, and Cyclops have stood up.
Chibisu, they spoke about this, they expected it, and they've dealt with it wonderfully. Only 3 players left between Wildcard and taking this map. Make that 2. There's one on the upstairs, and this feels very reminiscent of when we had Bay up on the top floor trying to undo the same. I think this one's going to end in a similar fashion, that the attackers don't see this one going against them. Arcully, try as he might, can do nothing. That one goes to Wildcard.
Yeah, I think that now they just need to be patient and just wait it out.
They're so split. At this point, they're leaving it down to 1 versus 1s if they're not careful. I'm really nervous about this, because if he catches out one, he can catch the other. Right sort of idea, doesn't exactly know where the last 2 players are. Must have at least an idea that one is coming downstairs, and just shoots into the full spot and finds one. And this is what I was nervous about. I said Spiker's got to find his 3K here to put himself up. Diffuser going down. Arcully coming up from West Main. Off comes Spiker. May have sold himself a little bit here and put himself into an unwinnable position. Half a second to go, and in comes Arcully. If Spiker hadn't doubted himself in that.
Understand how strong that position is. Really, all you need to do is hold the blue door and connect her, and it's so hard.
What a retake through, but 2 kills out of nowhere, and that should be it. Cyclops, for a second, you thought would be able to hold on, but they're down to just Anaton. Flashed out, they're coming in for the 2v1. It's got to be some real magic from Anaton to hold on here. Down on the floor, finds one! Anaton! Bay winning out the 1 versus 1 and getting Wildcard over the line. As a team all that often, it forces it, right? It mandates it.
That's what I was saying in round 1 before they rushed off.
What?
Oh, he's got to get the kill there, surely.
Well, he did, Tim.
That's what I was saying, like, about the traps. They've brought back the Ela now, the Frost. I'm also even going to count Castle as a trap because it's just a problem. Castle counts as a problem. Like, they're playing with a lot more now.
Shuri! Forget about power positions, boys. He's at every single window there is going. And he's got rid of both Bay and Spiker, two crucial operators that are well equipped to deal with him as well. Having both the Trim Bees and the Deimos tracking, he's got away with both.
And it leaves now Dash super important, leaning into what you were saying there, Doggy. So much stuff to clear out, so much utility to deal with. And those Rotero drones, only 2 of them left in pocket. It's going to become more and more vital. Kansan lost the Twitch drone to Anaton on
Not
this.
again!
Way.
How?
They just cannot control Shurik right now.
And I remember we just said before the map started, last time Shurik played this map, I think he was their worst player, 0 and 11 or something. He played 1 and 11.
He didn't have his own gear back on the first day, and that was his excuse for why he didn't play
Didn't have
well.
his own
Now
gear.
he's got his gear, he's powered up.
So you're telling me he doesn't have his own gear, the other guy doesn't have his glasses?
Hey, what?
It's still, you're looking at it and it's only a 2v3 and you're thinking it's winnable for CAG, and then they find another and it's 2v2 and the time's ticking down. There's 12 seconds left to go. Wildcard, they've got to make a move, and Arcully has dropped down onto those west main stairs again, the same position that he used so well last time around. The man on site gets taken out, the plant is going down. Arcully, he's got to win this first fight. If he sees him on the left, he does, he gets one. Spiker secures the plant, goes guns up, gets the final kill.
Kitchen, there's no C4 below. They know that the C4 was the only thing that stopped them last round, so why shouldn't it work this round?
Shuri is underneath though, he's around dining at this point, so he could come in and do quite a lot of work.
Again.
The tub's in as well, now get some shots down on towards Dash, and there we go! Shuri with a massive double C4 kill from below, and that's this round done. Dashed away, a 4 versus 2 breaks out. It's a little bit hard here. CAG have got the vertical. They've got 35 seconds to work with. The shots coming in from above, but there's a lobby player that's working around here. I believe it's Kansan still darting around. If he can get a kill here, Tim, we balance everything out.
Yeah, he's just got back up from basement. I think they're probably aware of his position. Oh! No idea whatsoever. Anaton goes over the top rope, but wishes that he hadn't. Taken out by Kansan, 3v3, and all of a sudden Wildcard are back into this. Spiker is low health. There's an opportunity for CAG, but they need to get aggressive. They need to push in and try and find some kills. 9 seconds left to go. Kansan stands up from behind the bar and stands up tall, takes down Black Ray. The kills are going towards Wildcard. Can Arcully do it with an air? He cannot find the last man.
Another round where they come down to a 1v1, and Wildcard come out on top. What? Off flooring, as you've just seen.
Going to see the kills raining in then. Black Ray does manage to pick up Kansan, but we find ourselves now 1 versus 4 as Bay picks up Chibisu, and it's surely going to be over very, very soon. He knows that there's one just inside of the window here, but Arcully is going to take a little bit of chip damage. Baby Shark won't really mind that too much. He's got Arcully down to nearly half health, makes it more difficult. His team can now just sit in, wait for the push, and they'll pick him up when he does.
Fuses the other side of the map here and off this balcony with only 40 seconds to play. This one is pretty done, and Wildcard have put up a good hold here as well. May have lost the wall, as you say, Jack, but at this point, it brings things up to 4 apiece. So given how those 3 rounds have gone, Tim, as we said, this could have been a 7-0 over on border. So we might see Wildcard battling their way back in. Surely, Arcully doesn't pull off the impossible here.
It's not over yet, Des. Let's not get carried away. 1v4, I think it was, has become a 1v2. He sees the man through in dining. Is he going to pick up the Cade? He might see the gun barrel first. 15 seconds, he gets his kill. Where is the last? This is within reach. He's gone too fast. He's gone too fast, Des. If only he wouldn't have sprinted, he might have had the movement.
In the late round. Look at this now, here we go. Breach open here, full attack coming in.
4 players all swarming in, and a player on the window at the same time. Kansan might get one, but Anaton is always the spearhead for his team. Helps him secure one. Black Ray into another. Spiker, no C4 in hand, can only look on. And Baby Shark, we had some words going his way during the timeout, but now is the time to go big, Tim.
30 seconds left to go, and Wildcard are seriously backs to the wall now. They've both been forced down to the mid-floor. CAG have the vertical superiority. Anaton has diffuser in hand. Is there going to be an opportunity to put the diffuser on the ground? Spiker, he's trying to fight them on the vertical, and he will. He takes down Black Ray, but they're going to need more. He's not going to get it as he goes down, and the diffuser will be planted. Arcully manages to get it, and CAG takes us to map 3.
Wow, 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 wow. We didn't expect that after
Bias caster, bias caster.
Someone did.
Oh no!
We've seen. We've seen this a few times already throughout the series where Camden has been the main instigator of these, spraying through the softballs, finding players, assistance of course intel coming in, but also just a little bit of intuition on where players are likely to be. Good entry.
Wildcard are really starting to find their feet now. That's 3 out of 4 rounds that they've got the entry, and Cyclops need to do something about that. At the minute, their fans are daring to dream, but it feels like that dream might be slowly slipping away here, Des, as Wildcard have just really found themselves again. It's like they've woken up inside of the third map. Baby Shark getting another 5 versus 3 now, and Wildcard are looking back to their brilliant best over the last round and a half.
Thing is, Doki, even if they win every round from here, it's 4-2, right? That feels like an okay scoreline on border. You expect to see attackers coming out on top.
That's what I'm saying, yeah.
To make it a 3-3.
That's what I'm saying. Like, and this round isn't over yet. I just want to say though that
it's over.
It's over.
Stop talking, Doki, please. The caster curse is unreal.
Baby Shark's obviously responded really well to the criticism he got last map. I think people were, Lax and Fox were talking about that on the desk. And that's good to see, you know, like a younger player. And there he is, Baby Shark. Single-handedly has just won 2 rounds for his team. He did last round as well with the Dokkaebi.
And that's going to do a lot for him as a young player. Like you say, you know, he's taken that feedback on board, and he's now come out and had a 4K in the round. You can see, look at him, he's absolutely fired up. Is that just giving us a little signal that maybe there's a chance that they're going to be stalling out on the attack? That maybe they're not going to be problem solving as well as we might hope.
It's just 1 round. I think Armory
and 1 player, Spiker there, right?
Yeah, I think like in your hand, even when you're walking, don't need to be running, just walking or crouching, you can really hear that's a shield. When you put that on your back,
they can rush it. They're rushing in now. They're straight in there.
They're just going straight in. Anaton, he manages to push forward. Is he going to get himself into a plant position?
That's it.
No, he's going for the kills.
That's it.
Chibisu manages to find Baby Shark. It's 5 versus 2 now.
They're taking everything they need here. 1 player
5 versus 1 flawless
to get rid of everything, but he can do absolutely nothing. For the first time in Rainbow Six Siege history, we will see an APAC team stepping into the grand final. Spiker can do nothing but lock on. Victory is assured.
It's just seconds away. You can feel it mounting. So can the fans here in Rio de Janeiro. They are cheering. They're on their feet, Des. And right now, it is a matter of time until CAG close this out. And who else but Anaton challenging with the shield. Where gets the final kill. And this right here is CAG OSAKA's moment. It is APAC's moment.
That is absolutely awesome. And by the way, what an absolute CAG way to close the game. They just sat there for 20 minutes rehosting just to run at your face with a blitz and end it in about 2 seconds.
Yeah, what we were saying about